Hello, I am Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs, back with more Path of Exile, back with more Let's Learn Path of Exile, and this will probably be a relatively short episode because it's kind of an update, just sort of what the plans are right now. Now that the Prophecy League has ended, and our dropping of silver coins and enjoying of the sounds is at least temporarily no more. I think rather than just sort of powering through when we have the next season and the release of the expansion a day and a half away, I think what my plan is, I'd like to keep going with the series. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the feedback. I really like. It's been a lot of fun to kind of learn, and part of that is seeing my mistake through your eyes. Walking around with a whole bunch of new flasks just waiting to be used, and I put them in my stash instead of using them, or picking exactly the wrong bandit to get help from. Stuff like that has been it's been great for me. It's been invaluable. It's been really helping me kind of learn the game and still have fun with it, sort of on my terms. So I want to continue doing that. Hopefully you're enjoying the series as well. I think it doesn't make sense to just kind of go standard league, though. We have the new league starting on Friday. I'm recording this on Wednesday night. And of course the release of Atlas of Worlds, which I realize probably isn't going to have much of an impact on me as a new player early on, though might eventually later on down the line. So here's the plan. The plan is, when this releases Friday, what I'm going to do is roll a new witch, and essentially just kind of power up to the point I find myself at now. The kind of stage of traveling to the Weaver's Chambers to go get that thing that kills the tree. I forget what it's called, some spike or something like that. So kind of this late Act 2 right before you head in and go up the pyramid, and kind of proceed from there. And then just pick it up from there, right? Just sort of start the next episode after this one as though it's a continuation of this, though it will be, like I say, a new character. So there may be certainly will be some subtle differences, particularly as far as equipment and stuff like that. But I want to take the feedback you guys have given me as well, and just sort of see how that changes or improves the leveling process. I know. For example, the idea of just kind of briefly leveling a little bit of a melee character so I can get the melee gem that'll help my summon raging spirits sounds like a really cool idea. Maybe I ignore skeletons next time. Maybe I go with a slightly different AoE to kind of start with early on. Maybe I keep going with Spark. I don't know. Changing this so I don't make dumb mistakes. Lots of little things. Hopefully, kind of coming up. But at its core, I think I want to follow the same basic model. Follow this in general path. I like the cast speed. I wasn't always sure. I come from sort of a background of just if it says if I have a choice between increased damage or change anything else, doesn't matter what it is, I've always traditionally gone for damage. And of course attack speed impacts that. But the kind of being able to zip out those raging spirits is really cool. The only question mark I have sort of is over here. This point index feels, I don't know, like kind of almost like a lost point in a way to kind of get up here, and I'm not sure I care as much, about the difference between 4 or 5 zombies. At the same time, this increased life, 17% increased life between these two, and some chaos resistance still makes that pretty tempting. And of course, I don't have access to specters yet, anyway. So kind of beelining for specters before I can even, get specters is. That's questionable. At the same time, I feel like I've spent four points over here for two sort of minor upgrades, and 2 things that I'm not sure I care all that much about. But again, another 15% to chaos resistance, a total of 20% to chaos resistance, which I don't know how much chaos damage I'm exposed to right now. I just don't know how common that is at this level. So if you have some thoughts on that, go for it. Let me know. one of you, and I don't have my window up right now, posted a suggested tree, which I thought was super super cool. I really liked that a lot. It had some things that made a lot of sense. So thank you very much for putting that. There's just been some really really great comments, you guys, and some really really great feedback, and really helping me. I feel quite lucky to get to kind of get guided through a game that I'm really enjoying by people who know what they're talking about. At the same time, I feel like I'm still having a great time. So it's pretty easy for me to want to. It's almost hard to kind of take a break here real quick. I want to jump back in, but I'm going to restrain myself. I'm going to pick this up right where we left off. I'll play on Friday, and we'll see. I don't know if I'll get around to being able to record on Friday or Saturday or whatever, and get something back up. But we will catch up here and pick up right where we're leaving off. Right here in Act 2, getting ready to kind of make the final push into Act 3, and then we'll learn from there. Because I've like I said, I've gone through kind of, this is the point where really into after the first 2 or 3 levels of Act 3, the first 2 or 3 zones, I've only done beyond that really once. And there's a lot of bosses like the Dominus fight at the end of Act 3. I hope I'm right there. The one time I did it, you just kicked my butt seriously up and down that platform that you fight on. So I'm looking forward to trying to figure out how the hell that's supposed to go in an ideal world. I kind of beat my head against Act 4 the first time I was just trying it on my own, and made it through. But there was a lot of deaths, a lot of close calls. So I'm interested to kind of see if this different build, this different approach, it makes it a little easier. I figure knowing what you're doing always helps a bit. So that's the plan. We're going to keep going, and then from like after we finish Act 4, we'll go from there and figure out what's next. Do you just keep going through the game again in cruel and merciless difficulty, and then access the in-game content? Is there another path? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and I'm excited and looking forward to playing in the new season. Do they call it seasons? I don't know. League, the new league. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on the expansion, even though I realize not a ton there for me yet, but it'll be fun. At some point, I want to learn how to do trading too. I understand the basic mechanics of it, but how do I value things? How do I learn to kind of make decisions? What of the currencies I have do I really need to be conscious of, and how do they equate to each other? I think that's a really cool part of the game that I haven't even touched yet. So thank you as always for joining me for Path of Exile. A couple of days break here, and then we will back into the thick of it. I'm looking forward to it. Until then, as always, my name is Sean Sands from Gamers with Jobs. We will see you again real soon.